Hi, it is the human operating system time. So previously I suggest that we need to use the heart rate variability as a biomarker to track the Wing Chun Siu Lim Tao training or any internal training. And today, let's progress further. Let's map the Qi cultivation training, Qigong internal art Qi training into the heart rate variability. Okay, so this is Qi, be the Qi in Qigong or internal art or whatever. Let's map it into heart rate variability. So by tracking the heart rate variability, one know whether one is training or practice or developing the Qigong or internal art or not. Okay? We need to make it this scientific, this clear, and be able to track and monitor. Otherwise, like we often heard people say, you know, Qi is life force, and then Qi is electromagnetic wave, and then Qi is something in your body which is make you strong, and then Qi is what? Qi is everything. Okay, if you just go to the YouTube or everywhere, you read about this Qi stuff, and then somebody even will say, you know, if you practice this internal art or Zhan Zhuang, you can have this Qi Xing Du Dan Tian, and then you can have your Qi gather, okay, and then you become full of Qi. Well, it is a problem there. So what is Qi? What is the development of Qi? Well, that's the reason why today I want to share with you this. Okay? If one have no idea on this, that means either one is doing a trial and error which have no handling at all, or one is talking something imaginary where one don't even know what it is. Okay? So let's get into the bottom line. Okay? This is a technical stuff. It's just like a technology of building a smartphone. It has to be that clear in order to be able to handle it and be able to repeat it and be able to develop it with quality. So, when we talk about Qi development in the Chinese Qigong or internal art, or even the Chinese Buddhism internal art, it always has to get into these phases, okay? So the first is the breathing. One always has to be able to develop the breathing, namely the natural lower abs resonance breathing, the breathing. And then the breathing will influence like the blood or the hormones of the body. Okay, so this is like the blood, this is the bleeding, this is the blood. Okay, and then it gets to the state of influence the body energy. So this is a body energy. Okay. Now, this body energy in today's term or language we are using, meaning that you are getting into the recovery state. Recovery state. Okay? You recovery stage, and you are charging your battery, your body energy. Okay? So that's why you can recover. Okay? And then because you are getting into the recovery state, let the body recover, then it will influence your physical body. Okay? So, the transformations or the development of the human body when it is practiced internal art or qigong, it always goes this way. Your breathing get into the natural resonance state. Your breathing, and then it influences your blood or your hormone, and it influences the body energy, which is in today's word, today's term, is you get into a recovery state, the body recovery state, okay, where you charge up your body energy. And then, due to this recovery, it influences or it will heal your physical body. Okay? So it always go through that. And it is a known fact in the Chinese qigong or meditations or internal art practice that when you're breathing, you get into the natural resonance, and then you will in this while it's influencing your hormones or your blood circulation, you will find a state of gut saliva. Okay, saliva. No longer a dry mouth, saliva. Okay. That is the indications of one start to get into the influencing the body's hormones or blood circulation and so forth. Okay. And then after that, one get into the body energy charging, and then influence the physical body. So for here, this via the breathing get into this mouthful saliva. It is actually activate the parasympathetic nervous system. Okay, and then it get into this recovery state, like like your deep sleep. So when you're in deep sleep, your body recover. Okay, so that it influences the physical body. Now, when the Kung Fu get more advanced, it goes again, go up, okay, to the next level, it go through the same thing. It go through the same thing, the breathing, the blood circulations or hormone, and then the body energy charging more, and then influence the physical body. Okay, so it go layer to layers, okay, keeping low level to level, going up. Okay, so when people talk about qi in China, qi development, what it means is this state. Be able to get into the recovery state to charge up the body energy. This is what it means. So in Chinese, yang qi yang qi. Nurture the qi is actually getting into the recovery state, or like our deep sleep state. Okay? Now, so this is what it is. If you train Qigong or internal art or meditation, in order for your body to transform, you always have to go through this. Okay? You have to go through this. You have to go through this. So, say you get into the lower abs natural resonance, and then you find out that you have saliva, okay, which is you activate your parasympathetic nervous system, and then you get into the deep rest state, which is recovery state, where your energy charge up, which is the qi, the nurture qi state. And then because of within this nurture qi state, like when we are really tired, we get into the deep sleep, and our body recover. That's how it influences our physical body. And then if one's kung fu is more advanced, one get to another level of the breathing, okay, and then influence the blood circulation, the hormones, and then it go deeper recovery state, and then influence further the physical body. Just continue on, okay, depend on what level is your kung fu, okay. So this is a fact. Anybody saying that they can nurture their qi, they can nurture their qi, they be able to get into the recovery or deep rest state. To the minimum is like the deep sleep state. At advanced state, actually one's breathing is going to be so slow that like one breath per minute, those kind of stuff. And here is like 6 to 4 breaths per minute. Okay. So this is what this reality is. Those are really advanced in the Qigong practice. They get down to 1 breath per minute. And if you look at the Buddhism, like people practice the Anapanasati, the real practitioner, the Buddhist practitioner, when they get into the Samadhi, their breathing get really low. It's almost like they stop breathing, but they still have small, really slow breathing, like 1 breath per minute, those type of stuff. Okay, and it can go advanced. Okay, you can read about it in the state of Samadhi. Now, you know this already. Well, guess what? This is the natural resonance breathing state. Okay, the lower abs natural resonance breathing state. This is where your breathing and your body state is influencing your body chemistry, your blood, your hormone state, the saliva, where you activate your parasympathetic nervous system, and then this is a recovery state. Now, look at this. So this is the breathing. So this is the blood circulations, saliva, all those, or you call it parasympathetic nervous system activations, and then this is the nurturing qi, or we call it recovery state, or deep rest state, or deep sleep state. And then it's going to influence the physical body, okay, or healing the physical body. So this is natural resonance state. Okay, now prior to this, the mind has to be quiet down. Prior to this, the physical body has to be loose up or open up. Okay, so you need to loose up your physical body, quiet your mind. You get into the natural resonance breathing state. And guess what? This thing, when you get into the breathing, natural resonance breathing state, this is, as we talk about in the heart rate variability, when the breathing slow down, okay, the heartbeat, the beats, the beats of the heart, the heartbeats, the interval, the beats of the heartbeat is synchronized with the breathing. Okay, so the heartbeat is synchronized with the breathing rhythm. Heartbeat synchronized with the breathing rhythm. Okay, and when the breathing gets slower and slower, the varies of the interval of the heartbeat, or to say that the heartbeat become vary more. Okay, it varies more. The beat to beat interval of the heartbeat varies more, which is the increasing of the heart rate variability. Okay, so to make it simple, one need to be able to handle the heart rate variability just to enter this first state. Okay, now if you practice, say you go practice like I mentioned in my book, the Wing Chun the meditation matrix books. You open up your body, okay, unwrap your body, you quiet down your mind, you get into the natural resonance, okay, and then you will find out that your saliva start to flow. Okay, so you don't have dry mouth anymore. You have a wet mouth. Okay, but not extreme in a wet mouth. So you know that you're already entering into the state. Okay, from the physical body, from mind, breathing, enter into the body hormones start to change states. Okay, and now that actually happen is that when you get to the state, your breathing rate of the breathing is going down, meaning you breathe slowly, naturally, because it's now in the natural resonance breathing, where we usually resonance at 5 beats or 6 beat, sorry, 5 time or 6 time in breathing repetitions of the breathing per minute. Okay, so the repetitions of the breathing, the inhale exhale, is 5 or 6 times per minute at this time. Okay, now when you do that, that means the heart rate, the heartbeat is synchronized with the breathing, which is a slow down, which is at 5 or 6 times per minute. Okay, 5 or 6 inhale exhale pair per minute. Okay, that is going to increase your heart rate variability, because at that time when the heart and the lung is synchronized, then the beat to beat of your heartbeat is going to vary more. Okay, so that's how the heart rate variability increasing. Okay, now, so if you want to get to the recovery, if you have this training, which you can track by your handling of the heart rate variability, okay, or changing your heart rate variability or increasing it, then you really practice Qigong or internal art, because you can get into here. Okay, this is your training. So like in my book Wing Chun Matrix, in the 2C state, you know, you get the natural resonance breathing, and you get into the 2C state, which is the pre-Xing Qi to Tan Tian state. You are here, and you can measure the heart rate variability, see whether you really have the handling or not. Okay, so that's why the practice of the Qigong can be mapped into the heart rate variability, and you can use the heart rate variability to track whether are you practice properly and you really be able to handle your Qi, nurturing your Qi, which is Qigong, which is internal art. Okay? So, this is the reality. Now, those who want to use Qigong for healing, as in ancient, per records, meaning that they, if somebody gets sick, they want to use Qigong to heal their body. That means they have to transform their physical body. They need to get into this recovery state to heal their body or transform their body. If one cannot do that, well, all bets off. It's just not because I believe, okay? It's just not because I believe, then I will be able to heal my body. It's not like that, okay? Now, if the sickness is more severe, then maybe the first level of Kung Fu is not adequate to reverse the issue or to transform the body or to heal the body. One need to get to the second state, the second level, okay? As we talk about, it's just after first level, we go to the second level, the breathing, the influence of the body hormones, the nurture of the Qi, or deep breaths or recovery. So this is the second level. It's deeper than the first level, okay? And then it transforms the body, and this is the second level of transforming the body. And then if the sickness is or the illness is even more severe, then you need to get to the third level in order to make that corrections or reverse the issue, okay? So like people who practice, say, 6 healing sound. Well, one need to know, one be able to do this. Get into the recovery state before one can do some transformations. And if one want to use the 6 healing sound to heal something which is some illness or sickness which is severe, one might need to get to different to the top level, upper level, level 3, level 4, whatever, in order to feel to heal that sickness or to reverse the problem. This is what it is, okay? It's not like, oh, you mimic me, practice this ancient traditional Chinese secret, or the ancient traditional 6 healing sound, and then right away you can heal your body. And then you're keeping weight there. I wait the first day, wait the second day, wait the third days, or some days my body will completely heal. No, has to go through this. Okay? And the teacher who is experienced and who have this technology will know whether one get to this, or they have now get to the second level or third level. Okay? So this is a reality. Now, so at the beginning state, at the really extremely beginning state here, okay, this is the first level beginning state. So if we put a few levels here, okay, just for example, your breathing, your blood circulations, your nurturing of energy, your physical body, This is the first level, this is the second level. This is the third level, the breathing, the same thing. Okay? To enter this, it requires the heart and lung, or your heartbeat and your breathing rhythm synchronizations, which is related to the heart rate variability. Okay. So again, as just make it simple. Just now I probably not do a good job to explain you. When you're breathing, your rate of the breathing per minute gets slower. Say down to 5 inhale exhales per minute. Inhale exhale count at 1, inhale exhale count at 2. So 1 minute there is 6 or 5 of them. Okay, and it's natural. Okay, so there's the natural resonance breathing. Okay, so this is 6 breaths per minute. Then the heart rate, the heartbeat synchronize with it. And when the heartbeat synchronize with that low rate of breathing per minute, the intervals between heartbeats is going to vary more. Okay, and that means your heart rate variability is increasing. That show one is in that state. So one need to be able to increase the heart rate variability in order to enter this breathing, this blood circulations or hormones influence state. In order to get into the nurture chi or nurture energy or recovery state. That is the very basic of Qigong or internal art or meditations. Without that, one will not be able to nurture Qi, one will not be able to get into the Samadhi or have any internal art. Okay? So I hope that this is clear for you. Okay, this is the roadmap, this entire thing is clear for you. One just cannot simply say, Qi, Xing Qi to Dan Tian mean you feel full in your body, and then everybody go do their interpretations. No. We must not do that here on. We must use heart rate variability, seeing that, okay, if you have this much heart rate variability, you practice the Qigong. I want to see your heart rate variability rising when you practice that. Okay? Because as we know today, right? Heart rate variability is related to the recovering of the body, related to the parasympathetic nervous system activations. And if you want to nurture Qi, you need to get into the parasympathetic nervous system activations. At that time, you're coming down because you activate your parasympathetic nervous system, right? So this is how clear it must be. Otherwise, it's not going anywhere. Okay? And we like it or not, this is reality. Again, this is not about who is the grandmaster or which lineage. This is about human body, science, and now the ancients and the modern science. They are consistent. They are in the same directions. So when we talk about Qi, nurture your qi. One is actually talked about recovery. Will one be able to get into the state of recovery like deep sleep? And if you have the qigong, well, show me in a few minutes, can you get that? And for sure, your rate of breathing dropping, your heart rate dropping, your variations between beats of your heart, the heartbeat, very small, which is increasing the heart rate variability. That's when you get here. You know, there's the process to get into here. Okay. So this is to share with you, and that's why I don't buy in people using name like I practice such style. And in today's world, people say, I practice this mindful meditations, or I practice this Tai Chi. This is the thing. If we not be able to explain this in details and know exactly the step, how we develop that thing, we are looking for magic, fantasy, living in the dream. You will never get there. Even worse, for the people who is sick. You say, well, this qigong can heal this, that qigong can heal that. So which states are you in this process? Will you be able to get the heart rate variability to measure before you practice and after you practice, and do you have the handling of the heart rate variability? If you don't measure that way, you cannot monitor, you cannot track it. How can we wait and say, just practice tomorrow, things will be better? And some even worse. I see this in China. People say, you know what, I resist Western medications. I have this qigong. For example, the 6 healing sound, it will heal everything, including cancer. Well, and while one have no idea on this and heart rate variability, the synchronize of the breathing, the breathing and the heartbeat, or the lung and the heart synchronizations, or the mind and the breathing synchronization, which is you must have here. You look at those people who is sick to get more and more serious because they resist Western medicine. Nobody knows what the heck is going on with the practice of their qigong, internal, and so forth, so forth. So you're looking them. Practically, you're looking them to you look at them moving toward more and more sick. And of course, there might be 1 or 2 guys who get healed by certain reason. Then, if out of 1 million people, 1 people get healed, you say, see, that guy practiced my qigong, that guy practiced my internal art, that guy practiced my meditation, so he healed. But you look at how about that the rest of the people, the rest of the 999,000 of the people who died because of nobody knows what's going on. So, we talk about Xiu Lim Tao, Qi and all this thing. Hey, get this straight, okay? If you don't get this straight, don't tell me about internal Qigong and blah, blah, blah. Especially today, as what I mentioned in the previous video, you just probe in with the heart rate variability. Where is your Kung Fu? It's easy to see. It's not like you have to beat me, I have to beat you. No. Objectively, scientifically, you just track the heart rate variability, the biomarker, track the heart rate, okay? And then the breathing rate. You see that. Okay, so let's not get into this psychic power, this natural power, the cosmic power. I can give you qi. You know, I have this mind power. I can transfer chi to you. Why? You know what? Put the HRV there. You want to see if they say they can transfer chi to you, you put the heart rate variability measurement there and tell that guy, okay, you have your what do you call it, your magic power, you can have your energy, transform people. See the object of you want to transform, be able to get the heart rate variability high or not. Can you raise it up? Well, if it cannot, that means it's a snake oil. Okay? And also don't tell me about this mind power and all those kind of stuff. Mind, breathing, synchronization of the ancient China, which is the door or the gate which one must pass through in order to develop internal, can be mapped in today's the heartbeat and the breathing rate synchronizations of the heart rate variability. Okay, so that's how clear it is now. Nobody can get away. Okay, and it is good this way. That's why it got nothing to do with which lineage or which grandmaster. It is all scientific. Everybody is equal. I can do it, you can do it. Nobody is God up there to praise for. There's no secret there. This is the key. Okay? So, two things I have done for this few years. Number one, map the ancient Wing Chun and tradition Chinese martial art, as in my book Wing Chun Matrix, into impulse momentum theorem. It's important. You need to know what the heck is going on, okay, in scientifically. And now I map the Qigong internal practice or the Qi development or the meditation practice into heart rate variability. So with the impulse momentum theorem and the heart rate variability, you take care of the fighting part with the impulse momentum theorem, Newtonian physics, and with the body conditioning, the recovery, the training, you map it into the heart rate variability. So now it becomes similar with the sports science. We track the recovery, we track the training load. And that's why you can balance your or condition your body to make it better. So don't tell me I just have to train my Cilium Tau for 1 hour every day for next 10 years to become Superman. Well, in fact, the first 15 minutes you train your Cilium Tau sets, you check your heart rate variability. A proper training will show you it is possible to increase your heart rate variability. If one cannot increase the heart rate variability after a month, that means one is something wrong with that practice. The same in the fighting. If one not be able to handle impulse momentum, how is that good for fighting? And then if you say, well, you know, you want can your staff face under pressure? Well, look at that. If you can handle your heart rate variability, that means you can handle stress. Doing heart rate variability using as a biomarker to mark your you know, how to say that, to rate, to monitor, you know, your to know your stress, because it has to, you know, it can show whether you activate your sympathetic or your parasympathetic nervous system. So you want to go under pressure? Can you handle your heart rate variability? And if you have a good heart rate variability, meaning that your heart beats can go high when you need it, and then when you don't need it, it go down, rest. Okay, so there's high heart rate variability people. Have your body conditioned that way? That is internal art. That's real internal. Okay? Internal means, can you handle the breathing and the breathing rhythm and heart rate synchronizations? And then fighting techniques is, can you handle the impulse momentum handling? It's just simple. So in the Chinese, the ancient Chinese said, traditional Chinese martial art, one is for strengthen the body, one is for fighting. Well, strengthen the body using the heart rate variability to measure it. Fighting using the impulse momentum theorem to analyze it. Is this clear now? Okay. So you say that, well, I want to to make Wing Chun better and to proceed so everybody benefit. If we use impulse momentum theorems to analyze, if we use heart rate variability as the indicator or the biomarker, everybody can improve our Wing Chun. Without this, it is a trial and error, and who knows what is going on. So this is to share with you today. Hope that you get something out of this, and hope that this chi stuff is clear once for all. If you know this, you read the ancient scripture, you know what it is. Ancient scripture is not dogma. It is a description of what's going on. Many times I heard people like this. You know, I don't want to use the ancient Chinese dogma. I have my own realizations. Well, that's fine if you have your own realization. If you have your own realization in internal art, please show me your heart rate variability. Okay? That's how it is. Maybe you can handle this. Maybe you cannot. But do you know what it is? That's what we all have to face. We have to be honest with ourselves, honest with other people, and honest with what is going on. Otherwise, it is hopeless. You cannot progress. So this is to share with you today.